by giving us the current status of the ostrich industry and the level of quality in the country compared to other players in the globe?
Okay, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here this morning. The global market is currently dominated by breeder sales, and this has been the case since 1998. Zimbabwe production has been fairly constant since 1998, and we would have hoped, of course, to have a greater production output of chicks and fertile eggs. However, it has remained constant to date, and the thing that we need to do in Zimbabwe, I believe, is that we need to investigate further on the feed that the birds are being fed, in order to gain a cheaper alternative to the current prices, because they're quite expensive. So we can look at local alternatives like the use of more wild grasses, the use of lucerne, which are easy to grow, cheaper to grow. And these can save quite a lot of money on the feed input, because this is one of the major costs. The global market further is dominated currently by the EU, particularly countries like Poland and the upcoming production in Ukraine. Well-established markets include the USA and Australia. However, the output in the EU is quite tremendous, especially in terms of the meat and the skins. I believe that Zimbabwe can achieve this equally if we look more at the feed and try and reduce the costs entailed in the manufacture of the feed, and also to possibly use more local resources. And I also believe that if we establish links with Asia, for instance China, we can get more cheap alternatives, like for the incubators, which we could indeed use solar-powered incubators instead of these expensive ones from the EU. So this, I think, is basically the situation.
Looking at the prices for ostrich, the meat, and of course the skins, and the demand for ostrich products, tell us a little bit about that.
Okay. The prices I'm going to give are basically those stipulated by the American Ostrich Association in US dollars. The current average price for a breeder bird of 12 months to 14 months old is $800 US to sometimes $1,000 US. And if you want to get a breeding pair, a male, a cockbird and a hen, a male and a female, then you're looking at about an average of $3,000 US for the pair. We also have other sales which we could effect, like the sales of eggs and the sales of hatched chicks, which range between $1,000 to $1,500 US. The meat, of course, and the skins are very important products of this bird. And the meat is physiologically very important for human health, and this is well recognized, particularly in the European Union, where people wish to buy this meat for health purposes. We're looking at a price of approximately $14.95 US per kg of meat, which is quite considerable, and that's for the tenderloin cut on the bird. We can go down to the ground meat, like a mince meat, which you get $3 US.95 per kilogram. The skins have a great value, of course. We can get, for a first grade cured skin, we can get about $350 US for the body skin, and that we can also get for the leg skins. We can get about $45 to $55 US just for each leg skin. So the skin is very, very profitable indeed, and the skin is widely used in the manufacture of attires and ladies' handbags, and it's well sought after, particularly in Asia.
All right. But looking at the industry in Zimbabwe, what do you think the players need to do to actually expand the sector?
Okay. I think in Zimbabwe we need to develop, we need to encourage more of the indigenous farmers. We need to have a lot more of them come into play. We also need to use more local resources to construct the paddocks, use more local grasses, Rhodes grass and the lucerne, which are cheaper to produce. We also need to possibly establish a new, with government support, by looking east, we could establish a new training school for ostrich production, for diploma in ostrich production, and we can look certainly east for the funding of such as in Iran and China. These would be quite useful. Also, we need to improve veterinary inspection so we can prevent the further outbreaks of avian influenza, which have damaged the industry in the past. So we can work more closely with veterinary inspection on that. And I think we can also use the East to get more funding for feed inclusions, additives, particularly the calcium and phosphorus supplements for the breeding birds. So I think the idea is to look east, to recruit more local people as well. So that's the message.
Great. Dr. Ross Cooper, we must say thank you very much for taking the time to be with us on this morning and giving us a little bit of detail on developments in...
Is a good body weight. An adult Zimbabwean bird can weigh up to 150 kgs, and that adult body weight can be achieved easily. The Zimbabwean bird has a bigger frame, which means the meat, more quantity of meat can be hanged on the frame, and also it means the bigger frame also means a bigger surface area, so it has a bigger skin as compared to other birds. The Zimbabwean bird also has less of the genetic problems, like the rotated leg problems, where the birds, when they're still chicks, they rotate their legs. Also, they have less problems of beaks turning around. And also, the Zimbabwean bird is well adapted to the wild grasses. Therefore, it can graze naturally and can be raised cheaper, and is well adaptable to other environments than any other bird.
Right.
Yes.
But what is Zimbabwe's potential in the ostrich industry?
There's a big potential in the Zimbabwean ostrich industry. One, we have the locally available feed resources which can be used. We are a tobacco country. The lake grasses, which includes the Rhodes grass, which is rotated with the tobacco, can be used in the feed manufacturing. And also we do grow the maize, which forms the bulk of the feed. And we are also into dairying. The lucerne and the medium ryegrass, which is usually fed to the dairy cows, can also be fed to the ostriches. So far, research has shown that these locally grown feed resources of the roughage source, like the maize stover, the Katambura Rhodes grass, can be included at a level of 25% in the ostrich diets without any problems. And also, given our sound wildlife unit in the Department of Veterinary Services, the ostrich industry has a potential.
Right.
Yes.
Now, if you have those statistics, if you could just enlighten us on the possibility of earning forex from the ostrich industry.
The ostrich industry really is one of those industries with the potential to earn forex. Given the values, the prices of the ostriches and their byproducts, there's a big potential. On the world market, you can have the ostrich meat earning about 15 US per kg. And you can look at the egg market. In Iran, they're still starting up the industry as well as in China, and there's a big demand for the live birds and the eggs. And the eggs can fetch up to about 800 US, and really there's a big potential.
Okay,
Yes.
but look, flu, the bird flu, has this affected exports of Zimbabwean ostriches and their byproducts, as other countries from America have been banned from exporting their birds?
Yes, Henrietta, the avian influenza affected our exports because the EU, with the emergence of the avian influenza, the EU banned imports of live birds from Southern Africa. Although the main outbreak was in South Africa, but we were in the ban because of Southern Africa affected. But this has been put under control.
Right.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Well, Mr. Netta, we must say thank you very much for taking the time to be with us on this morning and giving us detail on the ostrich industry in Zimbabwe. We've been speaking there to Mr. Chipo Netta, and he is formerly from a researcher with the University of Zimbabwe, now currently with one of the leading food manufacturers in the country, National Foods, and he's just been sharing with us information on ostrich production in the country.